9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Away with Words, the podcast. It's your girl, Bree Story.
It's A Tati.
And it's MJM Kid.
Hey, I want to do some shout outs this
Yeah.
episode.
Okay.
Shout it out.
Shout out to Micah.
Why is
Oh,
that my
yeah.
name in your phone?
It's always been that.
Uh-oh. It's
I
not
don't
a
like
drama.
that. That feels so impersonal.
Oh, okay. She's back.
I am going to do shout outs after we do everything else. So, call to action, right? Make sure that you're like doing all the things, guys. Thank you for being here. We hope you're doing well. Happy pre-Thanksgiving if it's giving that, and no shame if it's not giving that, because fuck this place.
Right.
More than that, Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, because we're
Right.
gonna use that for October and for November. So shout out to y'all. So there's that, and then while you're here listening and like looking, make sure that you're doing all the other things like subscribing and
Right.
rating and reviewing and commenting and sharing and being like, hey, I'm listening to this little, like sometimes I send the podcast over to friends and I tell them exactly why I sent it to them. Like, I'm listening to this and they said this and it made me think of you. And when that happens, I implore you to do the same thing. Spread the word. We are available, like Jaden XD used to say, we are available anywhere you can stalk your exes.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
And you can subscribe.
But would never.
What else? Oh, Yaymesh.com. Oh, here's a fun thing about Yaymesh.com, right? Y'all, I'm very tired. I have a lot of things on my plate, right? So when it comes down to just being like when I do my job and therapy and like tending to myself and being in a relationship and like being a fucking engaged in like present person for my family and friends. No. And present person for
all
like
that
my
is
family and
real.
friends and stuff. Sometimes like little things like calling a company to like ask questions or like troubleshoot something. Like I can't wrap my head around doing stuff like that.
Right.
So it's gonna take me a minute, but I do need to call Squarespace because as I've noticed, if you go to Yaymesh.com and there's like a little pop up and says, "Oh, you want to sign up for our newsletter?" and you go, "Yeah, of course I do,"
Right.
and I don't get that. I haven't been getting it. So what I've done is I've gone and I've collected some emails on my own and I put them into a CSV file and I uploaded them myself. And so for the foreseeable future, it might have to be that way. So I implore you to, what can you do about that?
Yeah,
actually?
what can they do?
You can DM me or DM us. You can also email us at askawaywithwords@gmail.com. You can email me at brianna@yaymesh.com. Like, just get in touch with me with your email address if you genuinely do desire to be a part of the newsletter. I hope that you do.
Which
There's
they
a lot
do.
of good writings there.
Look, which
I'm
they
going
do.
to be not only putting things out that I'm writing in real time and that Tati writes, but also there's stuff that's been there literally since 2017. So I'm also going to start recycling things because some of this stuff is evergreen, baby. I got one of my first posts on the site was about seasonal depression, and like we're all still going through that shit. So I'm probably just gonna flip it and reverse it. So make sure that you are making your way to the newsletter as best as you possibly can, and I appreciate you for doing so because it does take a little bit more effort than it usually would. In addition to that, that's it. Let's
Yeah.
break some ice.
So I have been on TikTok so much lately. I
Go
feel like I
girl.
have
So
finally
proud.
really truly fallen into the TikTok rabbit hole. Like that's what all my free time is like is based on. But so I know you guys have seen all of the white boys dancing to like the Jack Harlow song.
I avoid it, honestly.
I haven't really seen too much of that, actually.
I've seen two, and I was like,
It pops up
not for
so much of them. Of the song, I think he just actually put the song out
Right.
yesterday.
oh,
Right.
I want to say the song wasn't out initially, so
Oh,
they were
it came
just
out on
like
Friday.
Yeah. So
Well, I
they
mean,
were
it came
just
out on when music
doing,
comes
they
out.
were just like dancing to like a little clip of it, like in the beginning.
Right.
But it was like, all these like, well, some of them, a few of the ones that I saw, were all these like handsome.
I've seen other people's videos about like, oh, the white boys got an anthem. The white boys are like,
Yeah.
like in an uproar.
Or like, and I saw like this black girl, she was like me, like on TikTok whenever I hear like the Jack Harlow song start, and it was like her, like she was walking past like a hallway, but then she was like, and started like leaning back, like trying to see like what was going on. But
That's funny.
it just made me think about who is a very handsome white man to you.
What's the football soccer player? What's his name? Beckham. David Beckham.
Oh, David Beckham.
Specimen. He's gorgeous
He doesn't.
to this day.
He was
that the
fine
truth?
to me in the past.
Is that true?
And
I was
when
just about to say,
seen
is that
him-
true? I actually don't
I
know.
mean, no, he was definitely handsome. But when I
Yeah.
seen him more recently,
Let's look at him today.
I was like, oh, like I don't know. It didn't like grab me the way it once did.
I feel like, yeah, that's a pretty man. I feel like when I think
said-
about
yeah, I'm sorry.
attractive white men, like he's like amongst, like that's like the first person I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I used to write when I was in college. I wrote a list. I remember
Of white
being on
men?
the, yes, I remember being on the phone with my best friend Kiki, and I was
Shout out
like,
to Kiki.
I'm gonna
Hey,
write a list of
Kiki.
like all the white men that I would date,
Mm,
and
that you would date. That's deep.
yeah,
Yeah, that you would date
Well, I
is
don't know if I
deep.
named it date, but it was
Yeah.
just all
But
the
you're
white
like,
men that I thought were fine.
These are the ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the
David
very
Beckham.
top of that list, number one, is no longer with us. It was Paul Walker.
Oh.
Shout out to Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker
Oh, that's sad.
was so fine.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Who's your white man?
I feel like I have so many, but
Oh, I love that.
But I do love watching.
Edgy.
It is fun watching the boys dance to the little Jack Harlow song. Because it's nice to
I have
see
to look at
them. Because some of them, like, obviously I don't know them personally. I don't know what type of swag they carry in their regular life. But I do feel like that little song was giving them all
Little,
like this.
You keep saying little is cracking me up.
I feel like it was giving them like this boost of like this boost
Yeah.
of confidence. Like they was like, oh, like I'm kind of
This
cool.
is for us.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I
it
could do
definitely
this.
is.
Like I could be cute
I love it.
and confident and do a little 20-second.
I feel like I've seen
TikTok.
it. I just gotta go back.
I don't want no lips and dreams when you can
Um,
tie me down.
I
Sing.
still like Zac Efron.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
To this day?
Yeah, he has a new movie
Remember,
coming out,
baby.
and he's like a wrestler, so he's put on like a lot of
Yeah.
muscle. And I think
Oh.
he looks
Zac
good.
Efron is very attractive to me.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay.
I like Ryan Reynolds. I
Ryan
think he's very
Reynolds.
cute.
Who is his wife?
Blake.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds. He's from the movie
What
that
movie?
inspired the title of the episode that we're no longer doing today.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's look at that
The one
fucking
with Sandra
alignment.
Bullock.
No,
The one called Deadpool.
no, the Christmas one with Amy. What's her name? Amy something. It's like the friend one, like best friend.
I love that.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Friend.
I was getting there, but then I lost it.
Where he used to be fat.
Just friends.
I
Is that
think
what
that
it's
is the one
called?
where he used
Oh.
to be fat.
Yes, and
Yeah.
like so in that movie, what's her name? The one from Scary Movie and stuff. The white girl.
Uh-huh.
She's in that movie and she's singing this song like about forgiveness. It's more than saying sorry, and I love that song. It's not a real
I
song,
wanna
but
hear
I
it.
love
That just hurt.
that's the title of a future episode.
Yeah. I also really like Pete Davidson, like a lot.
Pete Dave, you know,
I like how like
Pete Dave.
how corny and like cheesy he is. He's awkward.
And he's
I like
strange.
that.
He's a
yeah,
strange
I
guy.
love that. I like
Yeah.
his face.
He
Look, I
is
like his face.
definitely
I look at him and I say, I get
someone-
it.
He is someone that is a good example, I feel like, of growing into their look.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if I see older stuff of him, not like he was never ugly.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
never
Like
gave
he was
ugly.
never ugly, but he was never giving. At least to me, in the past, like 10 years ago,
He looks a little worse
He
to me
wasn't
now.
giving like,
Yeah.
oh,
I just think he's
okay.
so cute.
But now when I see him, it's like, you know, the older you get, when you drop into your body and you actually are,
Drop
you know,
into
like
it.
more confident and like who you are and just how you move and more accepting of your personality.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
it looks, you know, it looks
It
better.
looks
So it's like
good.
now when I see him, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly
Yeah.
think that getting a chance like through SNL and like interviews and like movies and stuff, like I think getting a chance to see his actual personality has made him more attractive.
Absolutely. I love
Because just
seeing-
features,
Yeah, right. I know.
I could pass.
Yeah,
But like the
totally.
features plus the everything, I'm like, yeah, I get it when the girls are fawning over him. I get it. He's
Yeah,
giving
that's
he's
what I
giving that dick
mean.
to a lot of like high like
High-end
top
women, yeah.
Yeah, high end women, exactly.
I liked
So
him,
that's pretty cool.
even though it was
Shout out to that.
extremely short lived. Like a lot of her situations seem to be, I don't get it.
Oh.
But
Not a lot of her
Who,
situations.
Ariana
seem to-
Grande? Yep.
yes, I kind of liked that.
Me
liked
too.
that.
I
Weren't
loved
they like
it.
engaged?
I
They
think
were.
they were engaged. I like
Yeah.
barely remember that era, but do. But
It was.
Yeah,
But
for
he's,
It
sure.
was like
Um,
4 months.
But she
but
had
that
a
was
song
when we
written
all-
about him on her
but that-
album. Like,
I'm about to say,
it's
but that was
serious.
also when stuff about like his dick started coming out. Like he
Yeah,
has like
like-
a really big dick.
Yeah,
apparently,
that's when it
that's
came
what
out.
allegedly. That's what the girls are saying. So shout out to
I
that.
like
That's
Nick
cool.
Jonas.
Nick Jonas is very high.
Jonas
Is that
is
the
very
one who
handsome.
sings "Bacon" with Ty Dolla $ign? Let me look.
We both were like,
Like-
like-
Y'all don't know that song?
He was in Jumanji. He sung "Jealous."
Yeah, that's the same one.
oh,
man.
okay, yeah.
Y'all gotta listen to that song, baby. "Bacon" featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
I'll take a listen.
It's a fucking bop. But I'm thinking about that video. Yes, please. Sorry. Cool. Thanks for that. That was cool.
yeah, I love that.
But also,
You know who just
this
won
is an
Sexiest Man
Africans
Alive?
only
Not won
live.
it, like it's
This is
like a
an
physical
African.
award, but people
I'm sorry,
just
say
had
that
their
again.
Sexiest Man Alive, and they gave it to
Dempsey. What's his name?
Yeah,
What's his,
Patrick.
who is that?
Yeah, I
He-
know I've seen him before. I just
His-
don't know.
Grey's Anatomy. He was.
Oh, right.
oh,
There we
oh,
go.
He was McDreamy. He was the main
Grey's
doctor.
Anatomy.
I don't know. I don't even.
But
know
it's
what that
crazy
means.
to me because
Patrick Dempsey.
um,
yeah, he's hot.
he's a handsome. No, he's a very handsome man. But it was crazy to me that it came like when he's not
Really,
so much
yeah,
in the forefront.
Yeah.
Like-
I
know
feel
what
like
the hell
I feel
you're
like that's
saying.
the I feel like that's the era that we're in now. I feel like these publications feel like they have to do the thing, like you'll be targeted for doing like if you pick someone traditionally attractive. Now we're in an era where like that's not.
Yeah.
But I
It's
feel
like
like
bad.
They do
It's like,
consider
oh,
him
let's-
traditionally attractive.
No, but I think also like we're putting ageism into play now because he's older and he's gray. Like you know what I'm saying,
Right,
and
right.
having someone like that be the sexiest man.
He wouldn't
alive, it's
appeal
like,
to the
oh,
young
we're doing-
crowd
we're doing the
immediately.
thing. Cool,
the men
but no, he's hot.
The men get fine as they get older.
I agree.
Like, I mean, the women do too, of course. But like,
I
no.
agree.
It's like the men definitely get
No,
fine
white
and
people. When it
distinguished
comes to
as they
white
get
people,
older.
white men age much better than white women.
Yeah.
Them ladies be aging like
For
bananas.
sure, they just get their little
Oh,
salt and
bananas.
pepper.
Shout out to y'all. I hope y'all are
going
good.
on. And
I hope y'all are okay.
I hope everybody's okay, but
who?
like all the white women that are aging like
Tati
bananas.
missed all of it. Who? Ooh, that's fine.
That's cool. Let's check in.
Yeah, let's check
your
in.
body.
Physically,
Yeah, I love that. Just into it.
yeah, I've been having like this weird. I've been tell you I had like this like kind of soreness, pain in my chest every here and there. It just kind of pops up. I don't know if that's like we talked about like anxiety and
babe.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you breathe in.
I don't really feel when I breathe in. It's just when I'm being still. I just feel like my heart is beating super hard. It's been happening a lot lately, so it's very annoying. Emotionally,
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, tell me everything
Give
about
your
it.
attention to it. I know it's like woo woo, but like when you feel it, like I think that it's our natural tendency to try to push away, to be like, oh, let me like not, but like lean into it and like ask what it needs. Like
yeah.
just see how that see if that creates any shift in the near, whatever. But continue.
Let's hope it's not a physical issue. Just like
Yeah,
a-
no,
in my
that's what I'm
brain.
saying. I
Oh,
think,
right.
but a lot of physical things manifest from something spiritual or mental, like our stress,
Right.
our anxiety. So, like stopping to actually tend to it, and like think about what the root is, and see if there's, like that can have a pretty big impact.
Yeah, it can.
But if not,
thanks.
let's go talk to a doc.
Right.
Shout out to ZocDoc. Y'all should sponsor us. Go on.
Emotionally, I'm just bouncing around like a pinball in a pinball machine. Just doop, 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 kind of just all
said
over the
bounce.
Where are you
place.
gonna go?
Just going back and forth.
Emotionally?
Yeah.
Okay, like it.
Just bouncing around.
It's a good visual.
Yeah, I like vision.
That'll help somebody who doesn't know how they're feeling.
Right. My attention is on kind of sitting still a little bit.
Yes.
And my self-discipline, I need that bad.
Some discipline?
Self-discipline, yeah.
Ah, yes.
And I feel like that's going to require a little bit of sacrifice.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it. So
Sacrifice. Isn't that from like a Disney movie? I'm sorry.
gotta be.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
it gotta be. Spiritually.
I got hiccups or something.
Oh, that's from
Spirit-
Scooby Doo.
Oh,
Remember the first Scooby Doo where they were like for the sacrifice, and he was like sacrifice. I'm sorry.
the movie?
The first Scooby Doo.
Oh, okay. I'm like the TV show. I won't be able to tell you that.
No, but they were gonna sacrifice Scooby Doo, I think, and like when the villain was like for the sacrifice, and Scooby was like sacrifice. I'm
You never heard of it before.
So sorry, please.
Spiritually, I feel like I'm playing phone tag.
Yeah.
Just leaving voicemails. I keep missing the call. But
Yeah.
I just gotta.
But it's like, please leave a voicemail.
Yeah, please leave a
give me a chance
voicemail.
to get to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Did
That's
you
powerful.
feel that?
I
Yeah.
did. That's
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time and for your expression. Physically, I feel I'm kind of buzzing. I don't really know.
I don't really know what's
I
going
didn't
on
take
here.
nothing this time, y'all. But I'm just, I don't know. But that makes me really happy. It feels like giddiness. It feels playful. It feels like joy. It probably is also anxiety. It might be mania. That's not funny. But it could be mania. But you know what? As a manic depressive,
She's manic.
for real, as a manic depressive, I sometimes mania. It's like it is what it is. It's like I used to be like, oh no, I'm experiencing mania. That's bad, and I'm just like, just write it out, bro. Like whatever. It could be that. It might not be that, but it could be that, and that's fine. Whatever. Emotionally, I'm feeling joyful. Lord, we adore thee.
Yeah.
Thank you, God. Literally, like wow. Oh, speaking of that, I put on on TikTok and on Twitter the other day, which y'all do not appreciate me on Twitter. I be so funny on there. But anywho,
I feel like I be missing it. Maybe I'm not in it.
there's a song by Megan Thee Stallion called Cognac Queen, right? For the girls that took it back, right? And there's a line in that song. I believe it's the very first line of the song where she says, "I woke up paid and pretty, hair hanging down to my back." And for some reason, I kept thinking about that, and I was like, am I in a space in my life where I can relate? Like,
what a great fit.
I literally woke up paid and pretty with my hair like.
Yeah,
my
I see
hair?
it. You see my hair?
Like my hair is literally in the middle of my back nowadays.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, babe. So I really just had to give it to the Lord.
It's the physical growth. For
Also,
me.
I took amazing nudes. I took some amazing nudes the other day.
That you pulling it up to show me?
Yeah, I'm gonna show both of y'all.
Yeah, I want to see the nudes.
And
I need to start taking back.
and like my body, like
Get back taking nudes.
it's just good. It's just like look at the fucking material.
Yeah,
you
hold
know?
it to the camera. No.
Yeah, just put it up real
Yeah,
close.
you just almost did.
Yeah, I could
You
have.
definitely did just do that very quickly.
You're gonna see after. But
Okay, great.
so yeah, I'm feeling really good in my body lately. Even though I put on a dress this morning that I really, really, really wanted to wear. Hated how it looked.
Oh no.
I allowed myself to just be like, you know what, you have choices. Because you know what I usually do for this podcast? I'll have an idea for a look. Because I try to be intentional. I try my best to be like, okay, you know, go into it, like feel good, look good, da, da, da. And then clothes always trip it up. Always. Because I'm not good at it, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'll put something on and it doesn't look the way that I envisioned it. And then I just give up. I'll be like, well, I guess you're just going to look weak as fuck. And then I regret it. And it's fine. I mean, it happens. But today I literally was like, no, be a girl. You don't like how this looks. Don't leave the house in it.
Yeah.
You know? Like bad bitches do that. I'm not used to doing that. I literally
you would have just wore it anyway.
I literally put things on and be like, hate it, but you know, you already extended all of your effort into putting it on, so you're gonna keep it on. But I was like, I don't like this, and I said it a couple of times, and then I was like, you keep saying that, and I had already like, because I've been very anxious lately, so I've been trying to reel myself in places where I can. So instead of making a big deal, like, oh my God, I'm gonna be late, da, 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 you can just acknowledge that you're gonna be late. It's
Right.
okay.
It is.
It's
totally
fine.
I was like getting your texts and stuff out like while we were driving, when I was driving, because you would be like, well, maybe it'll be like 11:30-ish. Then you were
Yeah,
like,
I
it'll
was-
be this. Then you were like, just check my location. Then you were like,
No,
I'm
that
gonna
was
be
my-
Yeah, that was
there.
me.
So
I
that
said
was
check my
me.
location.
They said check your location.
Yeah, that was
oh.
Yeah, because I had to go to Walmart.
I just said like it could be 11:30ish, but like I just wanted to stop stressing myself out
Right.
with the like you got to be there about 11. Like I hate being late.
Yeah.
I hate it. I do not do well with it. Had a full-blown panic attack this morning because we were late to therapy. Like, I hate being late. But I'm trying to give myself more grace
You got
because
to.
I know that the negative connotation that I have with lateness, I know is not my intention. Like, when I think about lateness and people being late, I take it as I historically have taken it as disrespect because I feel like you don't respect my time. You don't But I'm like, I know that I'm not being late with that energy. I'm not being like, fuck them, they don't wait. Like, that's not ever my energy. So I'm like,
Yeah,
so you can
definitely not.
relax. You're not doing it on purpose. They don't think that you suck. Like, you're fine. But anyway, so yeah.
Look, I needed that extra time.
Can't remember. I genuinely needed that extra time. So I'm glad that I was just like, hey, girl, if you hate it, just take it off.
Yeah,
Put something
definitely.
else on. So my second fit for today is a sweatsuit, and it's a pretty color, and that's whatever, whatever. So many words. Emotionally, that was that. Joy. My attention is currently on Thanksgiving. So I
Yeah.
love to
Time
do
to
the
eat.
cooks and the cooking. I'm gonna do it.
Right.
I was able to, with confidence, tell my step grandmother that I'm not going to be around this Thanksgiving because you know what I want to do? I'm not making a big deal out of it this year. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm not having an official, dinners at my house. But
Right.
there is going to be a lot of food and enough food for people. So if you're in the area and you want to come eat, or if you're not in the area but you just want to come and know that you have a guaranteed plate, feel free to come to my house.
Exactly.
However, I'm not making it a thing. I know the parts of Thanksgiving that I enjoy, I'm extracting those parts for myself because I deserve that. I like to cook. I like to prep. I want to listen to music and watch old shows while I do that and like have a good time. And so I'm excited about that. And then everything else, all of the stuff that causes me stress, I'm not going to indulge in those parts.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I'm not going to indulge. So I'm just going to, fun.
Well, that's for me.
Ew.
Aw.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
I
giving
got something
you.
going
Oh,
for myself.
wow.
You got so much. I love that. That's beautiful. So yes, that's what my
That's so
attention is
nice.
currently on. And then spiritually, I'm feeling.
So sweet.
I know that's right. Spiritually, I am feeling. I would say. I guess I need to find better words. I feel like I say this a lot. Like I feel like I'm in alignment. I feel aligned. I feel
I don't think you said that a lot.
I be feeling like I say the word aligned, not necessarily in this context, but I
Yeah.
say it a lot.
Yeah.
I probably need to find a new word, but I feel kind of just like soothed. I feel soothed
yeah.
spiritually.
Those are nice.
Those are nice.
I like how you're feeling today.
Thanks. I'm having a blast.
You should. You deserve a blast.
I really do. Thanks.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
do.
guys. Appreciate it.
Physically, I am feeling. I keep having like hiccups and burps.
Is it
and,
like acid reflux?
I don't know.
I heard that's what
Yeah.
grown-ups say when they burp a
Yeah,
lot.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. But it keeps happening, so
Yeah.
ignore that. Emotionally, I don't know. Emotionally, I feel strange today, which like I already said like off camera, but because I feel like I had a strange
Yeah.
start to my day and everything, I feel extremely off kilter.
Yeah.
Like even like like listening to you guys talk and stuff, like I feel like like I almost feel like I'm not even like here. Like for real. Like
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like just nodding my head at you guys like
Yeah, like this is what's happening.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I just feel real strange.
I think you need one of those things.
Maybe.
Let's
Why
do
not?
it.
Look,
But
why
I
not?
feel really I just feel strange.
Yeah, I feel you.
My attention is kind of on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
My attention is kind of
wish
on,
mine
yeah.
was on
My attention is kind of on Thanksgiving. My attention is also on Christmas.
Oof, that's the one.
Because
Rough.
yeah, because like I tried to say like this year, I was like I'm not giving gifts this year. I was like, because
You're not that kind of bitch, babe.
I cannot do it.
You are out of
like,
control.
I physically can't. Like, it really. I find so much joy in giving gifts and
You deserve
like
that joy.
picking out gifts. Like I
Right.
I really do enjoy it. So, and I can't even. It's hard for me to shut that part of my brain off. But with that said, I'm still broke currently in this state. So it's like. I'm thinking overtime, trying to figure out how I'm gonna do
How to
all
do
the
it,
gifts
yeah.
like on a budget. So I'm ready to get all that out the way. Like I'm ready to be done with my
Right.
Christmas shopping because I would like to be done by December. Like
Yeah.
I
No,
want that out the
same.
way.
I don't want to think about it.
So
Yeah, I can't
because I'm
think
still
about
like
it.
I'm not going overboard.
Yeah.
Not even with my baby.
Yeah.
Like I already bought her a big gift. I bought
Yeah.
her a bike
Mm-hmm.
and.
Oh, I love the bike on Christmas. It's so special.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
fun.
without I'm late to
Memories.
the game. My baby is 8 years old and she still does not know how to ride a bike without training wheels.
Uh-oh.
So I bought her
Work
a
on
big.
that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's like,
So I bought
here we
her
go.
a big girl bike, no training wheels. So
Let's go crazy.
yeah, so
I'm
she's
gonna do
gonna have
that
to
for
figure
myself
that out.
next year and give me a
I
bike.
keep saying
I'm
every year
gonna
I'm
buy
gonna get
myself a bike. I
I
need to
want
get
it
a
Now
so
bike
you
bad.
need to, because she has one.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
she had a bike before, but that's
Well, yeah.
but part of the reason why
It's about
she
what?
doesn't know how to ride without training wheels is because she's not consistently riding
Yeah.
her bike all the time. Like I want to say last year, she probably didn't ride her bike at all.
Right.
Like, well, not last year. This summer that has just
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah.
I think she only went bike riding like once,
Yeah.
twice. She went twice. So it's like if I get a bike,
When we
it'll
outside.
give
Now
more
we're gonna do
incentive,
bikes.
yeah, for me to be like,
Now we're gonna
let's
bike.
go out. Like we can go
Yeah.
outside. We'll both ride our bikes.
Aw,
But because it's
cannot
like since
wait
she's not
to
old
ride
enough,
a
it'd be
bike.
like, girl, I don't feel like taking you outside.
No,
You
that's
gonna ride
real.
no bike. So
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get a bike.
yeah. So let's just all get bikes.
I was
Yeah,
part of
please.
for this summer.
Oh, that is a thing. Never
Yeah.
mind. I was about to say I was part of a run club before, and I was going to say I wonder if there are bike clubs in my
Oh my
neighborhood,
God,
but they
yeah.
have to be, right?
Yeah,
I know.
sure.
What's the name? They
for sure.
What Vicky be doing?
yeah.
Ooh,
Call-
I
I
can
need
do
to
that.
actually reach out to her
yeah.
because they be doing like the colorful stuff, like in the
Yeah.
nighttime.
Some people do
rides
it during
and
the
stuff.
day. They do
That
it
shit
during the
looks
night.
cool.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I don't know about nighttime, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, we're
That's
in
the
a
only
big
way
group.
the colors pop.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
If you do like the glow sticks. stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do my
Next
favorite thing
spring.
about Thanksgiving, and that's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh wow!
I
You know what?
have to watch
I
it
never
every
participate
year.
in that.
Wow. I have
I
to turn it
never
on
watch it.
immediately.
You know,
never
I'm always
done-
watching Seinfeld or Martin
Oh, wow.
on Thanksgiving.
because that's what I my background when I'm cooking and stuff.
Interesting.
I think this year it might be Jamie Foxx. I think I'm going to start the Jamie Foxx show from the beginning. Please continue.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's fun. No, I'm done. Right?
Your
No,
attention-
spiritually.
Oh yes.
I was like, no, I'm done.
I
Girl.
forgot about that too.
Spiritually, I feel same as emotionally. I just kind of feel indifferent.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need to just like go to sleep and wake up and like try again. like try again the next day. Like I feel like this whole day is just gonna be a little off. So
And that's okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of sleep, I was talking to my therapist yesterday, and my therapist told me that I needed to stop going to sleep when I am anxious. And I was like, well, girl, how else am I supposed to do? But I knew what she meant. It's like when you're anxious, and it's all this stuff that's happening in your body. And that's why I want more for Black people, right?
Okay, I'm
because
listening.
especially Black people that grew up in certain neighborhoods, and not even just Black people. If you grow up in just like volatility, like people are angry or have attitudes, like it's like a lot of like things that can make you anxious.
Yes.
Like think about the thing, and I started breaking down like things that trigger me. And two of the things that I know for a fact trigger me are money and anger. Like anger in general. If I sense someone else is angry, I'm like fight or flight, and it's usually flight. Like
Wow.
I gotta
You
get
and
out
me
of
are
here.
totally the same.
And then my own anger, I don't know what to do with that. Like it just and so she's like, so if you are having like if someone is expressing anger, so if I'm texting someone and it's not even directed at me, and they're expressing anger, I get triggered, and in that process of them just like venting to me or whatever, I'm having like my body is doing a lot of stuff. Like blood is rushing from the left side of your brain where you like creative reasoning and all that stuff, and everything's happening on the right side, where it's just like logic and like, like you know,
Right.
no, not logic. Your logic is gone. It's just like fight or flight. Like, what do I do to survive right now? And
you feel that way when somebody's expressing their anger to you?
Yes. And amongst other things. But like when she really broke it down, like if you're doing that day, like, so that's happening 10 times a day, maybe more. Like, and of course your body, you feel exhausted because you got blood rushing from cause your heart, when your heart is palpitating and stuff, your heart is, when your heart is beating real fast and stuff, blood is coming from other parts of your body and your brain to your heart to like facilitate your heart's processes, right? So think about that. If that's happening multiple times a day, yes, I'm exhausted. Yes, the only thing I want to do is go to sleep when I get the chance to, but I've not regulated my body or my mind yet. And so she was saying, like, we need to find ways to cope with the anxiety in real time so that when you go to sleep, it's because you're physically tired, not because you're mentally tired, because your brain doesn't even stop when you're asleep.
Right.
Like, and we think that it does because it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay attention to it because I'm going to be asleep. But your brain is still working. So anyway, that's just a little tidbit.
I cannot sleep when I'm anxious.
Baby, it's not when I'm anxious. It's like after all of that anxiety, now I feel so exhausted, and the next thing I do is go to sleep when I've not dealt with the anxiety at all.
Right.
So she's like, we have to start coping with the anxiety so that you're not bringing it to sleep because you're not getting any real rest.
Not at all.
So I thought that was interesting. I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. But yeah, so in the vein of it being Thanksgiving weekend and just in the vein of gratitude and stuff, I want to kind of make this a shout out episode.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can just, it doesn't have to go in any sort of order, but just shout out people, things, events that you are grateful for. I think that is cool. I want to start with shouting out a couple of my friends. Let's actually get specific.
Okay.
Shout out to Dana, who I am channeling in my breast today.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Dana. Literally, I love, and the reason why I say the word align so much, and I will find a synonym for that so I can stop saying it so much, but like when things be in alignment, they be in fucking alignment. And I think that I'm very aligned with my friends. We don't all practice the same, like we don't practice spiritually in the same exact ways,
right? But
it's like they mesh. When we talk to each other and like feed into each other, I'm like, yes. I don't know what it was.
I thought you came from somewhere else. that sounded like very.
He threw his voice.
Yeah, I love that.
Dana called me Wednesday morning, and it was in regards to something that she was going through. But as she was going through it, she decided to extend it to me. Just because that is who she is. She called me. She talked to me about the thing that was happening with her. And she said to me, I speak abundance over you. Right? She just said that. And I was like, and you, Ashe, I love you, blah, blah, blah. Right. She's like, yes, I'm speaking abundance over us, da, 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 da. Do you know that same day? So without telling too much of my business, I started my job last December, but I started as a contractor. And I came on full time in March. So I was told up front that I wasn't going to get a bonus because I technically wasn't a full-time employee for this entire year, right? I got a call that day that I'm getting a bonus, a pretty hefty one at that. That same day. And I just, like, as soon as I got off and work is such a strange thing. And maybe one day I'll talk about it, but maybe I won't. But it's a very strange thing. And so I'm having this conversation over the phone about my review and the fact that I will be getting a bonus, which I didn't think I would be. And I'm just like being really kind of like stoic about it because it's a work call, and I'm just like, that's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that, And then I just was like, I got off the phone and my heart kind of sank, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay. And I called Dana and I was like, bitch, you fucking did that. Like I know you didn't do that, but like the alignment of you like having a good positive experience in your life where that aligned with like abundance for you, and for you to say I speak abundance over you, and for me to get that call a few hours later, I said, bitch, you fucking did that. And she said, no, bitch, you fucking did that.
I can't believe
Dana's
ass.
It was just such a pleasant moment. So thank God for friends like that. Shout out to Dana Lorraine. Speaking of which, it's the holiday season. Make sure that you're doing your good shopping at ShaylaRae.com.
You have to.
Because I know we say this every time we bring Shayla Ray up, but like you're looking at 3 actual consumers of the Shayla Ray product, and not just because she our friend. Like we pay our money for it, and it's fucking worth every penny.
Yeah,
I have so many.
It's so fucking good.
I'm running low. I only got 2 left. So
I'm running low as well.
I have so many.
I love
Wait,
it.
which ones do you have? I might need one.
No, they're all for me.
No.
That's why I have them. They're all for me.
Tati, what the hell?
And I don't like my scents last a very long time. Dana hates the way I use my scents.
Why?
Because I do not use one scent at a time, like until it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't empty my jars.
Oh, you dabble into all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
me
I'm
too.
like I just wake up
Oh,
one
I didn't
day
even
and I'm
think
like,
of that.
oh, I feel like rose quartz.
Yes,
A couple days
thank
later,
you.
oh, I feel like
I do
this.
that.
Like,
I do that.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
only taking little bits over such a strong time that when she'll talk to me again, I'll be like, oh, I still have all 10 of my jars.
Exactly.
Like, and she'll be like, I need you to finish one, Tati. She'll be like, this is the way I want you to do it. Like she wants me to use one scent at a time, finish it, then move on to the next one.
Well, last time she
I'm
and
like,
I talked
no.
about it, she was like,
Let's talk about no.
3 months. You got 3 months to like at least open it. No, she said once you open it, you have 3 months. That's what she said. Never mind.
I think that's not true.
Yeah, I think it's not true
talk
either.
about-
'Cause I put on like my damsel during the day, and at night when I got the shower, I put on my eucalyptus. So like, what she want me
Yeah,
to
I
do?
was about to say I have different scents for different events. Like,
Yeah,
I have one that's
occasions.
like specifically like I'm going out. I have to smell like this.
Exactly.
Like, definitely.
So
And
Dana, we don't agree. Sweetie.
Yeah,
Not
No,
so that
I
I don't agree.
I think we know how to use your products a little better than you. But no, for the girlies, especially the girlies who have sensitive skin and don't want to be doing a whole lot, if you
Right.
want something that is like purely shea, like whipped shea base, that's going to have you smelling like you got on an expensive perfume, worth every penny, babes. Go to ShaylaRae.com and check that out. So I just talked a whole lot. So if somebody else wants to do a shout out, and then we'll come back
Well,
to
playing off of like what you already said, my shout out is also for Dana because
What? Wow.
we
her.
were just speaking recently, and I love. I mean, and it's for all my friends, but because we were just having a recent conversation, so she's on the tip of my tongue. But I just love how eloquently my friends know how to communicate. And you know, like speak their thoughts and really
That's
get
all
things
3
across.
of us. And Dana.
And I love it because whether or not, you know, we've called Dana crazy.
She's a
up
crazy
here
girl.
before. You know, like we
She
laugh,
drives
like,
us crazy.
you. And she's
we
nuts.
make fun, but at the end of the day, I love a girl that knows what she wants, knows how to express what she wants, and she's not playing around. Like there's no like in betweens. Like she knows her worth, she knows what she needs, and all her aspects, like her friendships,
Yes.
romantic life, you know, everything. Like she
Yeah,
really
that's
knows.
true.
It's everything.
Yeah, she really knows how to like call to action, like the things that she needs, and speak up for herself.
She do be calling the fucking action.
And having people like that in your life is always a reminder to you to do
motivating.
the same.
Yep.
You know, and it also lets you know, because sometimes I don't think I'm when it comes to speaking up for myself, I don't think I'm like a quiet person. But, you know, sometimes you can get caught up in not wanting to ruffle feathers or not
Right.
wanting to offend anybody. So you just go with the flow a lot. And then when you hear somebody that is always speaking their mind and is always speaking up for themselves, it shows you how easy it really is. And like, you're actually overthinking it.
Yeah.
Like like
Exactly.
you're actually making this a big deal.
Yes.
It's really not a big deal to say, I don't like that. You know, and the rest of the world is just going to fall into, you know, it's just going to fall. The cards are just going to fall where they fall after that.
Yes.
So
It's true.
shout out to Dana.
Well, I ain't giving Dana no damn. I'm just kidding. Yeah, shout out to Dana. I haven't really spoken to her since she's left.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's
No, I'm just
crazy.
kidding,
But
it's not.
no, it is crazy.
No,
but
which is
what,
crazy.
what
It's
I
actually
love
bad.
about her is that it's gonna pick up like she was just here yesterday.
Exactly.
And so we can just go right into the motion, just like we're gonna do the you know, how
Catch
you
up
been
and stuff,
thing.
yeah.
But like the conversation's gonna start like, now what the hell you
Yeah,
doing?
what you
Like,
talking about?
exactly. Like and I appreciate friends like that because my emotions have been all over the place. So I like to like always pick back up
Steady.
with people who I'm very, very close to. So
Yeah.
shout out to Dana, I guess, huh?
Shout out to Dana. Shout out to Dana.
Call you soon, girl.
What you just said, Tati, just made me think about. I know that you always say that you have the aspiration of being in therapy, but I believe so much in like the right. Like everything happens when it's supposed to. And sometimes I hear you talk and I hear you talk about your personal experience and you're so ahead of the fucking game that like when you do get to the space, because I don't think that anybody is like too far beyond for therapy. I think everybody needs it. But once you get to it, I think it's going to be so seamless because you're so ahead, like you're so ahead with just like your amount of self-knowing and just awareness. And so just wanted to say that to you. So shout out to you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
shout out to
girl.
Tati.
Shout out to Tati.
Thanks,
I also keeping it on people for a second. I also would like to say shout out to Ajano Asia.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, I ran into Asha at a podcast live show, and she immediately was like, we need to talk about like what needs to happen for our Wayward's the podcast to do a live show and to do it like on this level or like close to this level. And I just was like, yeah, we do. But we've been on the phone every Thursday night since.
Oh, wow.
And like really like she's giving me action items. Okay, now do this. And like, okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And I am so grateful because I get in my head and it's so crazy. There are certain things that I'm noticing about myself that like 2 years ago or longer, if someone would have asked me like, oh, are you this type of person, I would be like, no, I'm not an overthinker at all. Right. Or like I don't like no, once I decide something I just do it. Baby, I be so stagnant. Same. Like I want to, but I can't wrap my head around just like the first step. Like I don't know. And talking to her has been really, really good. And regardless of what comes of it, I'm just thankful to have someone who is just that supportive of me in a lot of different ways. Because the conversation goes in a lot of different directions.
Right.
Like we're here to talk about the podcast and like branding. She all of this stuff, but then we've been talking about what's been going on in our personal lives and like with our relationships and and also being on TikTok. Me and Aja are TikTok fanatics. Like we're sending stuff back to back constantly. So stuff like that. So,
they're way more advanced than me.
Way more advanced than me too.
Yeah, so shout out to Ajano Asia. I love her so much. She's just a very gem of a friend. So
she is a gem.
We've grown a lot over the years, babe. Like, roll the clip of us fighting.
Talking about roll the clip.
Of all of the arguments we got into on the podcast.
And me just being like...
And it used to be so funny. I tell people, like, literally me and Aja, and it's probably, I always blame it on the Aquemini thing, that Aquarius Gemini energy is so, like, it's something to it.
It's a thing.
It's always intense. It's never just, like... normal. It's never just like, oh yeah, no. Like we're either at each other's throats or we're just can't keep our hands off each other.
Exactly.
Like we are just always like that.
It's
and
true.
I love it. And I think that we've balanced out a lot. We've grown up and we've balanced out a lot.
We've grown up.
And no, I just such a good friend. I just love her.
Yeah.
So shout out to that beach.
My shout out is for people that really know how to make a good turkey. Because let me tell you. If it's one thing that I have refused to learn how to cook or try to cook or attempt to cook, it's a turkey. I am so... And initially, I refused to cook a turkey because back when I first started cooking like Thanksgiving dinners and stuff and would be making the food, it would be me and my mom. Right. And... the only way that I could make it a joint effort was me literally not being able to cook something. So it would be like, I'm cooking everything else. You're going to have to make the turkey. Like I was refusing to learn how to do it so that it was her staple job. Like, you have to make the turkey. Now the time has gone on. I'm just not interested. So I love a fried turkey. When somebody fries a turkey, I love. That's the best way to do it. My man has barbecued a turkey, like on the grill. Like I love a good turkey because turkey is very easy to
fuck up.
Monday,
like dry.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And just like whatever, you know, I'm always gonna eat it because because it's Thanksgiving.
And it goes with stuff.
Yeah, so like I feel like
if it is dry, you can
I'll have a little slither, like it's gonna be on my plate. But when the turkey is good to the extent of,
Like, oh, I need seconds.
let me go back up here and get
Yeah.
some turkey.
Now, when did you have that last? Let me know.
Yeah, who made it? Look, shake the table.
I think y'all like my dad's because he fries it.
Does he?
Fries it in the garage, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really fuck with turkey.
I mean, I don't either.
Like if anything, I would
I
like
never
a
did.
whole turkey is crazy to me.
Yeah,
Like
seriously.
if anything, turkey wings, like baking some turkey wings, hell yeah, like yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
for the most part, Thanksgiving when it comes to meat, I'm a ham girl. I love ham, so I do
I
a
used
ham.
to.
But like, cause I have to do non-pork options for everybody, I'll either do Cornish hens. What we've done Cornish hens, or like I like when my stepdad get real funky. He'll do a prime rib.
Oh,
He'll do a
wow.
prime rib in the smoker, and like that's like I can get into that, but I really don't do the meats. I do all
Same.
the sides in a ham, and then if y'all want something else, unless remember that time, was y'all at my house that time I had Popeyes chicken on the.
I don't think so. Oh, yes.
here for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I definitely
My,
was. I definitely was.
I had all of my main staples, and I got boxes
Some
of chicken
chicken,
from
yeah.
Popeyes because I was just like, I don't even want to think about this.
My
To
grandmother,
me, it's stressful.
my grandmother has done that plenty of times.
Ain't
Like
nothing wrong
as
with
she's
little Popeyes.
gotten older,
That's
like
what we
as
used
she's
to
gotten older and she don't be feeling like doing all that cooking,
Yeah,
she would definitely go
I
buy
think
the
I
meat.
felt like it was a little wild because it was Thanksgiving. But like when I was younger, we used to do that like after church. Like my great grandmother would make all of these sides. She got a pot of greens and all this stuff. But we're getting the chicken from Popeyes for sure.
But
But
think there's nothing wrong
now
with that.
I'm like,
that's another reason why I think it's important to like. I enjoy making the whole meal
I
by
love it.
myself.
Yeah,
But that's why I think that it is important for it to be somewhat of a team effort to some extent, because if you are making all these sides, the meat becomes so like, wait, now I gotta
now I
make
gotta-
a fucking
Ooh.
like
that's literally how it feels.
Yes,
'Cause you've
like
been
it's
prepping
so
all day,
much.
cooking all
It's
day.
so
You
much
like-
prep
You
to
gotta
making
start the day
all those sides
before.
that come with Thanksgiving, and I do.
Well,
I do start the day, especially when it comes to like chopping my vegetables.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
I'm
cleaning them
chopping all
greens.
my
Cheese,
vegetables.
I'm shredding all that cheese
Yeah,
the
I'm
night
peeling my
before.
sweet potatoes. Like I'm
Peeling
doing
the
all that
potatoes.
the night before.
Yeah, you got
But
to.
it's a
Yeah.
fucking
Look like I
lot.
do it too.
So
Yeah.
that's why I do like that. Me and my guy like definitely. He's way more concerned about meat.
Yes,
and
mine
I'm way
too.
more concerned about sides.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
So when we come together,
My man is
it's
gonna
great.
do jerk
Yes,
Cornish
like
hens.
you
Oh.
can
He
cook it
said he
up.
wants to jerk Cornish hens this year. I said I can get into that, and I'm always
Do
gonna have a
whatever you
ham.
want to do.
Do I even
Yeah, I
know what that
really don't
is
get-
for real?
Yeah, do
Do I know
whatever
what?
you want to do, baby.
Cornish hens, they're just
Yeah.
like those little, like they look like a
Yeah.
full chicken, but they're just kind of small.
Oh, got it. Okay, that's
Delicious.
exciting.
They smack every time. Every time I have them, they
You know,
smack.
Popeye sells a
Smack.
turkey.
I know. I
during
really want to
Thanksgiving.
try it. I genuinely.
I hope-
but I don't like the thought of a whole turkey to me is crazy. It's just crazy.
A
I
whole
don't want
turkey
it.
is only. I would only make a whole turkey, well, have somebody else make a whole turkey,
Yeah.
because I'm having the Thanksgiving dinner at my house.
Yeah,
as far as like,
exactly.
so I know at least 15 people are coming
Yeah.
through today. You know,
Right,
because
right.
that's an easy big amount of meat
Yeah.
to feed all those people.
Yeah, so
So,
everybody
but
can
if I know it's
kinda
just
be
gonna be
gone.
like,
Just
Four
the
you know,
people.
family,
me,
just like
maybe
the
4 or 5
household,
other
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
absolutely not. I'll be a honey baked ham.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's
And
why
I
I'm
will
in
buy-
line.
I used to love peeling
I
off
will-
the
the
crisp of the
Yes,
honey baked
I will go
ham.
to honey baked ham and buy me a turkey
What you
that's
think I'ma
already
do?
sliced.
Yeah, they
Oh,
already
Tati,
do
come
everything.
on now.
Yeah, I love him. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Michael. We just got
No,
right
y'all
the
can get into the
turkey.
Thanksgiving because as long as I got dressing, baby.
Baby.
Ooh,
I can't
good.
wait.
that used to be my favorite food.
But it
when I
used to
was
be
a
mac and
kid.
cheese. It used to be mac and cheese, but I've been like trying to lay out the dairy, so I might
Do
have a
you
little
be laying
bit.
off of
but
it on Thanksgiving too?
Thanksgiving.
I have in the past. I'd be like, I don't really want it.
Whew, I'm so
All that
excited.
shit goes out the window on Thanksgiving.
I'm so excited. I love like Thanksgiving, and then I also like that I actually know how to cook it all now, and I
Yeah,
do all the
exactly.
cooking myself these days because the gratification. It used to. I'm not at that stage yet. You know when I was younger, I used to hear the matriarchs of my family be like, "I done did all that cooking. I ain't even hungry,
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
Not me."
Like,
Baby,
oh,
when the
make
last
me a
thing comes
plate.
out of the oven, I'll be the first one. I'm the first one to get my plate. Now, y'all can divvy up if the kids or the
yeah.
husband eat first between y'all fucking selves.
Right.
But I'm getting the very first plate after I cook all that food. And I be
Step
so
back.
happy.
Now I don't be
Damn
the
place.
first to eat
Oh,
necessarily after I cook, but I'm right in line. Like I
Baby.
am. I have never experienced the whole.
Try to do all
I'm
that.
exhausted.
No, I'm not
If I
even
now,
hungry.
I take that back.
Yeah, because Tati, I know you
I've
want to take
never
a
been
break.
exhausted like I'm not even hungry.
Right, right.
But I've been
I'm tired as
exhausted
fuck.
where I sat down.
Right.
And therefore
First.
everybody
Yeah.
else made their plates
Yeah.
first. And then I got up and made my plate. But it's never been like I don't eat my food till 2-3 hours later or something like that. Even my dad is like that. Like my dad can be so caught up in like entertaining, like when people are over for stuff, that he won't eat. Like if anything, he will
Entertain
make a
yourselves.
plate and put it to the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
okay.
he will come back and eat his plate
Later.
2, 3, 4
Yeah.
hours later.
What is the entertainment?
Just him.
Oh.
Not even like it's not like it's an actual thing happening. It's
Yeah.
just
Right.
him like talking.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just
yeah. Work in the
and
room.
Yeah.
Now
and
I'm
he
not
just
a
won't
spring
be
chicken
concerned
anymore, and
about-
the tired that I've been lately has been feeling like, oh girl, you are tired. So I can imagine after cooking all this food at this stage and the way that I've been feeling, like I might be exhausted. But let me tell you, what my man is gonna have to, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna lay like this. I'm gonna be like, put the plate right here. Make my plate and just put it on my chest for me if I'm so fucking tired. But no, I always eat first, babes. I got to. Because, baby, what? I didn't... Slaved.
No, I'm
That
pushing
shit
you
is
to the
not-
side and I'm eating first.
I'm not pushing you to the side.
No, you try
Try
it.
it. No, I love cooking all of that food. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so looking forward to just, like... It brings me so much joy.
I really want y'all like to just set up a tripod and just let me get the footage.
Come on.
I mean, not
bring that.
not actually me, but you have to
Oh,
set
I
up
don't
your
ha-
phone.
I don't have one. Oh, I need my phone. I can't have it
Come on, what
recording.
the fuck?
Come on.
Of just
fuck.
cooking.
Yeah,
Um,
so I can put something together
talk
about
about,
our Thanksgiving day.
that's gonna be a long ass video. You gonna edit all that
I'm gonna
up?
have to. Yeah,
That's like
I
9
mean,
I'm gonna have
that's
some
8,
stuff
9
is
hours of footage.
no, I want you to do all that. I was like just kind of doing a time lapse for like 30 minutes. You know, like if you're doing the stuff
I
before,
can do
like
that.
stuff
I can
like
do
that.
I
Yeah,
can do that for the prep before.
and
I-
then
was
like,
gonna say, I
okay,
can do it for
guys, we're
prep.
almost
yeah.
done.
And
Yeah,
I can do that for. If I will. Oh my God! I
What
set
the
a
hell?
reminder
Tell
for
me.
myself to give y'all a disclaimer. So I hope y'all are. I hope y'all are listening. This is nothing to do with nothing that we've been talking about.
Oh, whoa.
So
Okay.
let's just
Oh, whoa.
walk with me and
Oh,
then
wow.
walk back. We'll walk back, I promise. I just
Okay.
wanted to give a disclaimer to DJs.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago has more legends than R. Kelly.
Okay.
Okay? I just want that to be known. I went to 2 events. DJs, I don't think were from here,
All right.
but one I think was. But they were events for people who weren't from here.
Okay.
And they came here, and it's like, okay, we in Chicago, so we're setting the vibe. And it was nothing but R. Kelly. And I just want y'all to know that we have many, many more people that are, like, of legendary status.
That's a little disappointing.
Like, if you're doing the thing of, like, the Chicago nigga, that type of
Yeah.
shit, like, if you're doing the getting the Chicago folks riled up, let's switch it up. Let's play some Twista.
Where was
Let's
this
play some
event?
Do or Die. Let's baby,
Add some
3-piece,
Common.
Quiet Storm, something else. If you want to do, like, the sexy, like, that sort of thing, baby, 3-piece would do me good, just fine.
That's so
Quiet
sad.
Storm would do me great. Bring Willie back. Like,
Yeah.
don't stop with that fucking shit, y'all. I'm sorry.
Right.
I just had to get that out. Anyway, shout outs. Oh, you're next.
What did I want to shout out?
Shout out.
I actually am very thankful for all the music spaces I've been in this year.
Ooh, tell me more.
Just all the live music, the concert spaces.
Yeah.
I just like movement, sound,
Yes.
production.
We're gonna
And
we're
I
gonna
did a lot of
produce
that this
live
year.
musical show.
Yeah.
You and I.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. Just been inspiring.
I am. Have you guys watched the trailer for the Mean Girls?
The Walmart thing.
musical?
Oh.
No, the musical.
Is it
That's
is
coming
it a
to theaters.
musical?
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming to
I
theaters.
didn't
Oh,
get
I didn't
any
know that.
music from that trailer.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to
It
be
was
a
very
musical.
much get in loser and like, oh, you would be so much prettier if like it was like very like dialogue, and I was just looking at it like
Where was it?
I think
Where
it's
was
supposed
this?
to be a musical.
So I'm wondering if it's based on the musical because Renee Rapp, the star, is
Oh.
Regina George in the musical. and
I
they
don't
brought her.
know.
But I don't know. You might.
It
I
might
don't
be
know.
based off the
I'm
music.
wondering
Because
if the
they're
movie is
completely
just based
remade
on
the movie. That's why I thought it was a musical, because it's not like a part two. Like
No,
they're
it's like the
literally
same
remaking.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh, it might be the
But
music
it's
that was
the
on Broadway.
musicals version. So you know how it's like,
That's what they're doing to Color Purple.
right. The new Color Purple is based off of the musical adaptation of Color Purple.
Right.
Yeah, let's discuss Mean Girls. Do you want
I'm
to?
excited.
Are you?
I'm excited. I was not.
I
at
love Renee
first.
Rapp.
I had no interest in it at first, for real. But so let me see. The interest grew starting with the commercial, with me seeing Lindsay Lohan, Amanda.
Oh, I didn't see none of that.
I
didn't see that
What was
at
it for
all.
Walmart?
Yeah, it was
like
Walmart.
a Black Friday.
It was a Walmart commercial.
Yeah.
Because Missy Elliott was in it.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
a lot of the characters were
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, they all kind
Yeah,
of.
it was like the
Except-
majority of all the main characters were in it, except for Regina George.
What's her name? Amy.
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, except for her. But
I don't
watching
know why.
it started with that commercial, because seeing so many familiar faces that they all actually got for the commercial brought me like a sense of joy. And I was
Right.
like, oh, like this is nice. This is
Are they
nice
going to be in the
see
movie
that.
though?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So, but in the movie, Tina Fey is in it.
Yeah, because Tina Fey did the musical.
She
like,
wrote it.
Wrote this.
Yeah, she wrote it.
And that
So she kept
I
herself
didn't
in
know.
it. Yeah, so
I
she
didn't
kept
know that
herself in
she
it.
also wrote it.
Yeah.
So that also made me more like into it, because I was like, oh, okay. And who else is still in it? The principal is still
Yeah,
in
the
it.
principal. Yeah.
So it
Which,
gave
let me get his name,
more.
because shout out to that black man. We're not going to say Tina Fey and not say his name.
It gave me more.
Don Cheadle? Is that his
Said Don Cheadle?
Is that his name?
Not at all,
No.
babes.
No.
Not at all, babes.
What is his name?
Not at all, babes.
What is his name?
I'm going to get
It's
it.
definitely not Don Cheadle.
Tim Meadows. And he's
I
he's
never would
actually
have got that.
an icon, a legend.
I never
He's been
would've.
in lots of things in
Yeah, I know his face.
all of our lives.
Just guess not his name.
Yeah, Tim Meadows. Shout out to
Yes.
Tim Meadows.
But seeing all
Only
those
62
things
years
come at the same time, it definitely made me feel more solidified. Because initially it was giving off, Bring It On 2, Bring It On 3, Bring It On 4. It was giving me that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
energy at
Yeah,
first.
no.
So I had no interest. But seeing Tina Fey definitely brought me a sense of like, okay, maybe this is going to be legitimately a good piece of
Art.
art.
Oh, the artwork is.
I
cool.
don't think it's not. I don't doubt that it'll be good. I am just confused because, like, the trailer, it starts with like "Not Your Mother's Mean Girls," and now that I'm sitting next to a mom, because at first I was like,
Damn, we that old?
when did Mean Girls come out? Because, like, how old was I? Because when I think about, because the content of it, and that's the thing, the content of Mean Girls. Like, is Cassidy watching Mean Girls? Like, it seems a little edgy for, like, little kids, like, younger kids. You know what I'm saying? So, in my mind, I'm like, are we talking to a teenage demographic and saying, this Mean Girls is not your mother's Mean Girls?
Mean
and
Girls
I'm
had
like,
to
well,
come
how
out
fucking old
Like
are they
03 or
mamas?
something,
We
right?
had to have been like 7th grade.
04.
ish.
04.
Yeah, so almost
so-
exactly, 7th grade. Well, for
So I
us,
was,
7th grade.
yeah, I was in sixth grade. And,
Yeah.
so, like, preteen.
Yeah,
but,
that
like,
is
in my
definitely
mind,
preteen
I just am
material.
like, it just didn't make sense. I'm like, this isn't old enough. Like, Mean Girls, the actual Mean Girls movie, and I know that I would probably feel different if I tapped into the Broadway more, because I know that that's what's bringing this all on. If it didn't turn into a Broadway show, this wouldn't be happening. It wouldn't be a matter of like, oh, is Mean Girls old enough for us to do a complete remake? No, it's not. But like,
It's not.
because it's being revitalized because of the Broadway, so I understand that. But like, Mean Girls, the movie, is still very, like, every October 3rd.
Oh.
On Twitter and on social media, it's October 3rd.
Yeah.
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. We're still doing that.
Yeah.
Like, it's still very current. It's not like, oh, I'm going into rooms now where people don't even know what that is. We're not there yet, you know? So I just was like, this isn't vintage enough for this. But I love Renee Rapp.
I love Renee Rapp.
Love her. I think she's so fucking talented.
Yeah.
And I like a lot about her. I like a lot about her. So I like to see her in this space.
Right.
Like, okay, it's giving. Okay, Regina George, it's giving, you know? So I'm into that. And ultimately, you know, I just, you know, want the girls to have fun. But at first I was like, this is confusing. Especially because it was the same, like the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, so.
I need to see this damn trailer.
Because it, like the whole get in loser and
Yeah,
then like the
that's a lot
principal
of it
being
is the
like, oh,
same.
hell no. Like it's like the same exact thing. So I was like, I'm
It
confused.
can't be. No, it's
That was why I thought it was
thought it was
a musical
stupid.
at first. Because I
might
thought
be.
that's
It
why I
might
thought
be.
everything was exactly the same. Because I thought it was like same movie, just a musical.
I just didn't see any musical, or maybe I don't remember any musical aspects from the trailer because all of the like notable lines were all like the same, like the get in loser and the principal being like, oh hell no. I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, this is strange.
I would
but-
hope they use Renee Rapp as singing in this. She sings
She's
amazing.
a great singer.
Yeah,
so yeah,
so
I mean,
like-
she is Regina George on the Broadway show
right
too.
Okay.
So
got
it would make sense.
It makes so much sense.
So yeah,
has
she's
an
great though.
amazing
I
voice.
like her a lot, and I want the best for her. As
Didn't
far as
they have
now.
isn't it a black girl in the Mean Girls? I know.
The gay character, the gay male character, I believe is a black dude now. I
Yes,
think.
he is. But I thought it was like a black girl in the Mean Girls.
In the three.
I'm saying, I thought, or is it not?
In the Broadway, it did it. It
Oh,
is.
I don't know. anything
Okay,
about the
so I
Broadway
think I'm
except
trying to
for
remember the
Renee
trailer,
Rapp.
and I felt like I remembered
There are
seeing
some,
one of
like-
the girls were black.
Yeah,
in
I
the-
think
of the three.
so.
In the Broadway show, I think one of the girls are black. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So
Okay.
congrats to her.
But yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I would be more
I'm down.
into them saying the whole "not your mother's Mean Girls" thing if it
It
was
just was
actually a part two, because in the commercial that came out, Gretchen is
nurse?
like a mom. Like in the commercial, she's doing all the shit that Regina George's mom was doing, like coaching her daughter.
But is her daughter old enough to even be in Regina George's position? Like, is your daughter a junior in high school or a senior in high school? Like, we're not that old, and I think that's what I was thinking about. I'm like,
Well, how
What are you
Lindsay
talking about?
Lohan? Aren't they all like? Some of them are 40 now.
in real life, but I'm saying
Right.
like for it to be like synonymous with the movie, like oh
Right.
now the seniors in high school now have seniors in high school. That don't make sense.
They're gonna be like-
unless they
They
had them that
could.
day.
They're gonna
That's
be
what I'm
like
saying.
years have
Technically, they
passed.
could.
I guess
They're gonna be like
I just-
20,
They could at
30
least
years
be
after.
freshmen.
It was
or
just jarring to me, and
sophomores,
especially
like-
because I'm not anyone's mom. Like I was like, Mom, I still watch Mean Girls. I was like, who the fuck are you calling a mother?
So
But
sorry.
that's what I think it's
But yeah, but no, I'm
time
into it.
is definitely strange though. I feel like
Strange.
with us
Is that a
reaching
Red Bull? I'm so sorry. Is there a Red Bull in there? Okay. go ahead.
with us reaching the age of where things that we grew up on now can be
Yeah.
like decades ago. It's definitely
They rush
strange,
everything
like,
now.
because it was like a TikTok of a girl like talking to somebody, and it was like a made up TikTok though, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she was
yeah.
like talking to somebody, and they're like, they said something about like. Yeah, something about 30 years ago. Like something happened 30 years ago.
And you're like,
and the
what?
girl is like, she's like, yeah, but like I was born in 1982. And they're
Right.
like, yeah,
30 years
30
ago.
years ago. And she's like,
What the
like
fuck are
had
you
to
talking
really,
about?
it's definitely strange
Yeah.
not being in the youngest group.
Right. It's
Like
not.
not
is.
being, it's definitely strange because that like it
It's
is
hard to
weird
get
to
used
think
to.
like I'm like no, they would be old enough to have high school students.
Yeah.
Like technically,
Yeah.
you know, if they had kids when they were 20, like those versions of themselves, had they had kids when they were like 20 or something,
Yeah.
they would definitely have like 15-year-olds.
I think I also
Or
feel so
something.
detached from it because I
Yeah.
don't have any kids and I'm not around kids often.
Right.
So I really do be feeling like the only generation is me. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like my music, my things, and because so much of our generation is meshed together now because of the internet. So in my mind, I'd be like, yeah, this is a TikTok thing. Like it's everybody's thing. But then when I do see kids in like a kid element, I'd be like, oh, they're living a different life. Like, this
Right.
is, they have their own generation.
Right, because like you
I'd
said,
have to
like
remember that.
preteens, because technically, so like you said, for us, this
Being
came out
12
like
and-
6th and 7th grade.
Yeah.
Antonio
11.
and
Yeah.
Miles,
Yeah.
they don't know what Mean Girls is. You know, unless we had
And guess
actually
what? Right.
shown them that, like that age group doesn't know. Like
that
my
makes me want to throw up.
students
cry.
don't know who Nelly is.
Oh wow.
That's
Like
insanity.
one of my students came to school. He had a Band-Aid on his nose, right? And like, but the way he had it,
It looked
was,
like Nelly back
going
in the
long.
day.
So
Yeah.
it stopped like here. It went from like here to here. So I was like, boy, I was like, why do you have this Band-Aid on your nose? So like, first I was treating him. Then
Just
Damn
like
it.
treating y'all kids.
Damn it.
so first I had to treat him real quick, and then I was like, somehow it brought up, it
Yeah,
came
like, what you think,
brought
you
to mind
Nelly?
Nelly.
Like,
Yeah,
you
so I said
sang
something
Lunatics
about
now?
Nelly, and he was like, "Who's Nelly?" And I was like, "Nelly." I was like the rapper Nelly, and he's like, I know who that is. And so then I literally stopped class. I said, "Everybody, stop." I was like, "Raise your hand if you know who Nelly is."
Nobody.
Nobody.
So sick.
Silence of the Lambs.
These were 7th graders. Nobody
Dang.
could raise their hand. Nobody knew who he was. So then they all kind of got like up in arms because they was like, well, wait, like, are you?
What's a Nelly?
Right, like, am I
You're
supposed
old.
to know this? So they getting out their Chromebooks. Everybody's on Google. Like, they're like,
I love the
they're like,
shuffling.
let
Nelly.
me find Nelly. And then when they put him up, they were like, oh, this guy. They were like, I seen him before.
He looks familiar.
Yeah.
That's
so
sick.
Yeah,
With
we are
that being
definitely.
said, I'm
Like,
thankful.
do y'all know Ashanti?
I'm thankful.
I can't even get into that.
Right.
No, don't, because don't piss
that'll make me
don't
mad.
Nigga, don't make me mad.
That piss me off.
Piss me off.
So
That
with
is
that
the
being said,
best.
I am thankful for Nelly and Ashanti's open
Reunion.
I am too.
Not just their reunion, but the way that they're like displaying it.
Yeah,
I
like
think-
finally.
I
We
think
knew
it's
this was
just very
happening.
cute and funny. Not funny like haha, but not funny, fun. It's just cute and fun. Like, and I think
They buying each other
it's-
gifts, throwing each other
here's the thing.
parties.
Here's the thing, guys. Because like, don't think that you can Nelly and Ashanti your old
Oh.
situation if it's not given.
Fuck that.
Okay, if it's not giving that,
Right.
because one of the things that I like, and of course we're not in their bedrooms. I don't know what the fuck they're going through, so I'm just throwing paint at the wall. But from what we are given, especially like I was on TikTok one day, somebody extracted like they were both on live, like they were like battling each other, seeing like how many people was on each other's lives and stuff. But like I think that being the ages that they are, because they're both in their 40s now, and just being able to just be like, I'm fucking paid, like I got mad money. Me and you are back reconnected. It doesn't have to be given all of that serious shit. Like we're back together where
Right.
we are aligned and on the same accord about being together, being committed to each other. But we can have a good time. We can
have
let our
to.
hair down and enjoy ourselves. And it just seems like they're having a really, really
They
fun
having a
time.
blast.
They're having
Yeah.
a blast.
Because there's
They're
been
so
so much
happy.
breakups and separation. It's just so good to see them happy.
I haven't seen that many teeth in my life.
Exactly.
This nigga is
Yeah,
having
he's
a
so happy.
blast. And I don't blame him. Look at Ashanti.
They
Look
both
at her.
look really good.
Could you imagine breaking up with a bitch and then getting back with her and she looked better than she did when y'all broke up? And it's like,
Right.
and I get to like be with you now and we not beefing and like I'm not doing nothing wrong and you not mad at me or holding nothing against me. Like we get to just enjoy the fact that we both look good as fuck and we got mad money
Oh,
That
I want to
sounds
look
great.
good as fuck
and
and
have,
mad
money.
money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look good as
Speak
fuck.
it into existence.
And it's happening.
I
That's
am.
why I had to say to myself, waking up paid and pretty with hair hanging down on my back, I ushered that over myself.
Because when
for
you
the rest
both
of my
feel
days.
good, you just have a good time,
You just have a good
right?
time.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about stuff. And you're
Ugh.
experiencing freedom in a real way. I love it for us.
Yeah.
Quick tidbit. We
Okay,
went
what's
to
that
school
about?
With, no,
Ashanti?
you weren't there yet. I mean, you were gone by
I was
then.
gone.
But
I was gone.
went to school with Nelly's daughter.
Oh, you sure did.
All right.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
he
her.
came. And he came to.
You did say that. I
He
remember
came
that.
to Columbia for one of our shows, one of our productions.
Mm.
Yep.
Shout out to Big Mouth, man. That was a good time in life too.
No, it wasn't a big mouth.
Oh, but shout out to Big Mouth.
Yeah, it wasn't a big mouth. It was one
was a
of
good
like
time.
it was a different kind of performance.
You're like, it was a different type of thing. You wouldn't know anything about
It
it.
was really exclusive. We kind of like made it up after you
about-
left. Like,
Yeah.
just like started something completely new.
You wouldn't know anything.
it was kind of
about
like to
it.
celebrate your departure, something like that.
That's
Not even close.
How are we on time? We're good? Like, wrap up?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well, the next shout out is for you, Wordies, listeners, watchers. We really appreciate y'all. I'm looking forward to just continuing to have loving light energy to bring to this beautiful show that we've been doing for all this time. I'm very excited about that. I love that. Yeah, so please continue to do all the things.
Oh, wait,
you've
sorry. One more shout out. Just a quick shout out to the special person that's like having my mom come down and like bring me edible arrangements that are at the door.
Shout out.
That's so cute
I thought
and
she had bought
sweet.
us edible.
Right.
arrangements.
Y'all looking-
Oh my gosh, that's how
I'm
she was
looking around
getting
like,
it.
oh,
I was
what's
like,
that?
pass me a
Yeah,
candle.
right.
I was like real excited.
I'll share.
And then I
don't
saw like
mind
the little
sharing.
card on it, and I was like, oh no, that's
Yeah, you're like,
that's a
has
gift.
nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's a gift from him.
We can
No.
share. We can indulge together.
I love that, and I'm also gonna indulge in that other thing in just a sec.
Yeah, okay, great. But yes,
yeah,
continue.
but
Just
yeah,
wanted to
please.
give that person a shout
Yeah,
out.
shout
Thank
out to
you.
you.
Shout out,
So
person.
We'll see you
sweet.
later.
We'll see you in a sec.
Yeah, just a moment actually. Yeah, so shout out to y'all. Please continue to do all the things that you've always done and follow us where you can follow us. That's literally everywhere, guys. Like TikTok, At A Way With Words, the podcast, and also on Instagram.
I
At
love a
Way
good
With
guys.
Words, the podcast. And you can follow me there at Bree.stories and at Bree_stories on TwitTwat. And you can follow at Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati on TwitTwat. And while you're at it, you might as well also follow at MJMKid and at Moments_Stu. And go ahead and follow at Please Be Easy. Because, Please Be Easy. We love y'all so much. And we'll talk to you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
And give
Thanksgiving.
gratitude to yourselves and to the people around you. And be kind. We love you so much. Everybody say bye.
Bye.